Okay, my name is Dr. Joanne Peters. My job on campus, I've been here since 1991, is first in the psychology department. I was a faculty member there. But I direct first year programs, and there are lots of things on the academic side that we do and build for you, first year students. The core of it is our first year success seminar, which earns you college level credit for information literacy and lifelong learning. Just tuck that away. When you go into the advising room, you will see that many of you are already enrolled in a GEL 101, or if you're not, you will have an opportunity to enroll in a GEL 101. It's the best investment you can make your first year in terms of success from here on out, and that's data-driven. Okay, that's what I do. On the academic side of the house, it's what is your success all about? So let's talk about it. What to expect in college from that standpoint. So I want to ask a question. First of all, welcome to CSUSM from the academic side of the house. You've started college today. You ready for that? Yeah? Okay, you ready for that? All right. Why are you here? Why are you here?
Because I'm going to college here.
Okay, all right. You want to go to college? Great answer. I love it. I love it. There are no wrong answers. Anybody else brave enough? Why are you here?
Going to college here? Yeah.
Come on. Seriously, dig a little bit deeper. Why are you here? Anybody else?
Become successful.
Okay. Anybody else? Why are you here?
To enroll in classes.
All right. How about anybody want to get a degree? Yeah, okay. How many want out of here as soon as possible? All right. Any other kind of lofty or sort of fun reasons why you're here at college? Anybody else? How about party? Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. And social networking and all of it. Yeah, college is an entire holistic experience. It's your inside the classroom and outside the classroom experiences that really help you grow to become the kind of person you want to be as you develop an exit plan after college, for after college. Got it? So what you do inside the classroom and outside the classroom should be intimately connected, and it should be aligned with your goals. Got it? Goal setting is probably much more important for you now than it ever has been in the past, and there's an art to goal setting. Yes, you have to create that holistic experience that gives you the social and as well as the hardcore academic aspects of college, but neither one can get completely out of hand. Well, you know what I'm talking about. I may look like your mom. I don't need to talk like your mom. I'm not your mom, right? Okay? But I'm an old lady, and I have the wisdom of working with thousands upon thousands of students and seeing where things can be out of line, and that will impede your success. So I'm not here to give you a lecture. I'm here to just let you think about that. Always keep that mantra in mind. Align my actions with my goals. You can have goals for each day. You're going to have goals for each week. You're going to have goals for a month. You're going to have the ultimate goal, which is, I really want a wonderful degree that's going to launch me into the life that I want to live. Wow. How do you work backwards from that every single day so that you're taking the right steps forward? That's your job to work on. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about structure of high school versus college. What we're organized like, with some things you may know, some things you may not know. I know when I certainly started college, these were things that I was first introduced to. Classroom expectations and belonging. Okay, high school versus college. Yeah, you know, you go over there to the left-hand side. What are the two words on the left-hand side? Yeah, attendance and independence. Yeah, you have more freedom now than you ever had before. Right? How many love that freedom? Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, right, that's right. You're in the driver's seat. Absolutely in the driver's seat. That feels really good. I can choose what I want to do instead of someone micromanaging me. How many of you know the movie Ferris Bueller? Okay, we do not have a Mr. Rooney here. We really don't. No one's going to be tracking you or following you around to see where you are every second of the day to make sure that where you are supposed to be. You have to be your own Mr. Rooney. Chew on that. All right? Why? Because although you have more freedom than you've ever had in your life, you're now an adult, legally speaking. We all know that. Attendance and that independence are so much more important than they ever have been in the past, especially attendance. We know from national research that those students, if you do anything, those students who regularly and faithfully and religiously show up to class are more likely to succeed based on any other factors. There's an old comedian who used to say 99% of success is showing up. It was Woody Allen's big line about why he was so successful. 99% of success in life, show up. Don't cut class. Be your own Mr. Rooney. It's really associated with success in college, much more than high school. And how you manage that independence, again, should be aligned with your goals. Think professionally. You're professional now. Think of yourself professionally and what that independence means in terms of how you network with others, the kinds of contacts you make, the reaching out that you do. Workload and time management will be, you probably have all heard the horror stories. Workload and time management is really hard in college, or there's a lot more. What does that look like? You know, the answer to that is yes, but what does that look like? When we poll students, time management is the biggest thing that students will say is their hardest challenge during their first year is just managing that time. Why? It's not a maturity thing. It's just so different than the way you've managed your time before. Let's get into that. Okay, semester is 15 weeks. This is where you're going to be. Let's talk a little bit about college structure. We'll go back to time management and all of that in a little bit. We are one university. Isn't that a gorgeous picture? Gosh, but that's us. Who wouldn't want to be here every day? It's this just beautiful university on the hill with the views that are amazing. Cal State Stairmasters, you can exercise just by going to class. You know, geez. Comfy shoes. Invest in them. Okay, so we are one university. What you may or may not know is one university. We have 4 separate colleges in our university. Yeah, 4 colleges within one university. This is divided up in terms of scholarly areas, academic areas. So we have our College of Business and Administration. How many of you are business? Woo! Come on, give yourself a hand. All right. You belong into what we affectionately refer to as COBA. You are now COBA. That's your home. That's your home. All right, the College of Science and Math. Anybody in the College of Science and Math? Woo! Okay, we affectionately refer to you just as CSM. You're very literal, very analytical, right? You know, no fluff. College of Science and Math, CSM. All right, College of Humanities, Arts, Behavioral, and Social Sciences. Our biggest college. That's a mouthful. Anybody majoring in psych? Sociology, economics, history. Okay, you are in what we affectionately refer to as chabs. You're chabs, all right? Okay, and then of course the College of Education, Health, and Human Services. Anybody human development? Liberal studies? Woohoo! Okay, all right, lots going on there. Lots. And do we have any nursing students? Here. Oh, yes, love you. Okay. All right. Obviously, you're in the College of Education, Health, and Human Services. Know your college. Each college has its own independent culture, own independent resources, own independent opportunities outside the classroom, just like student life and leadership has a range of outside the classroom opportunities for you to learn and engage. So does each college. Get involved in clubs and organizations associated with your college. Now, within each college, there are a number of academic departments from which the majors and minors emerge. So there's a department chair for that area. Psychology department has a department chair, faculty member, and they oversee, the faculty and the department chair oversee the degrees that are coming out of the psychology department. So psychology and the new child development degree, so on and so forth. So there are a number of different departments. There's visual and performing arts department that offers a number of different degrees there, and so on and so forth. So it's really important for you to know what college your major resides in. We're going to blow through these very quickly. The purpose of this is to just give you some quick exposure to the wide range of academic disciplines that are here. We do know that the average first-year student does change their major at least once. Even if you have declared and you think you're locked in, there might be a point in your first semester where you think, maybe some other major is really more a better fit for me. Has to come internally instead of those external pressures. It's got to be passionate. Has to be passionate. So what college your major resides in? Let's blow through these. Okay, so you can see CHABS. All right, look, just bruise through that. Those are the different academic areas for which there are departments, and we can see many different degrees within them. And again, we have something called the School of Arts. It's kind of, a subdivision within a college, broader, and that's where all our visual and performing arts are. Lots of rich stuff there going on. Here's College of Business and Administration. At the undergraduate level, you get one degree, College of Business Administration. However, there are lots of different options within that undergraduate degree that you concentrate in. If you go from pre-business to business, you do the pre-business core, you'll learn all about that, business majors. But accounting, finance, global business management, management information, technology systems, marketing, operations, and lots of stuff going on that you'll learn about. Okay, and College of, those of you who are COBA, you'll be seeing the COBA advisors and talking about specialized GEL sections just for business majors. Really cool. Okay, and then we have the College of Education, Health, and Human Services. That's where our teaching credentials are after you, for K through 12 teaching. After you finish your bachelor's, or integrated credential, you'll learn about that. Human development, kinesiology, nursing. At the master's level, public health, social work, speech language pathology. And we also have an undergraduate in speech. Is anybody at the undergraduate level interested in speech language pathology? Huh? Oh, yeah. Ooh, okay. Talk to me. My daughter's a speech language pathologist, and so on and so forth. I know a lot about that program. It's cutting edge. Our speech language is cutting edge. You'll work hard, but that's good. It's good for you. All right? Yep. Okay. All right. College of Science and Math, by what you might expect. The standard stuff there from computer science, math. Anybody majoring in math? Not yet? Okay. All right. Yay. Woo-hoo. Yes. All right. Fantastic. We need math. We need math, folks. All right. Interdisciplinary studies. There's sometimes different departments will get together and offer courses from a number of different areas at the upper division level. You can see that. Learn more about what our academic offerings are, even if you think you've locked into a major. Understand the wealth of knowledge that goes around this place. Tenure track professors and lecturer faculty are the two different categories of people who will be standing up in front of the classroom and working with you in a learning community kind of environment, not spoon-feeding you, but taking you to that level of analytical thinking and the creation of new knowledge. It's very different than the way high school is taught. Assistant professors, associate professors, full professors, blah, 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 blah. They are the scholars. They spend a lot of time outside the classroom doing their research and teach a few classes here and there. When we get to the lecturer faculty, they are the folks that you will see primarily in your first 2 years. They are specialists in teaching at the college level. They understand student development theory, and they understand how to connect you with the campus environment. And they are some of the most dedicated people to understanding your success. Reach out to all of your faculty in your first semester. Get to know them through office hours, whether you have something pressing or whether you just want to chat about different academic disciplines or chat about the course on a general level. Or ask them about their scholarly research. How'd you get into teaching writing? So on and so forth. Get to know them. We are very, very approachable. Faculty are extremely approachable. And it is appropriate to approach them before class, after class, so on and so forth. Email and the syllabus. Let's talk about the syllabus. When you go to your classes, the first thing you're going to be receiving, either online through our Cougar Courses system, or a hard copy, is your course syllabus. It's like a contract. It's like a contract. The course syllabus stipulates what the faculty member is going to deliver. It's their part of the bargain. It's why they get paid. And the course syllabus also stipulates your end of the bargain, what you've agreed to do, right? It's both of you. It's like a contract. I do this, you do this. All good. You get evaluated at the end with respect to your performance, and all is good. Details in the syllabus not only include contact information, but also dates, important dates, what you need to be reading, all of this kind of stuff. Absence and test making, policy, tentative readings, assignments, grading information, coursework, all of this stuff. They look very different. They're not standardized. They are to a certain extent, but visually, they can look very different. It is your job to read with a fine-tooth comb, just like you were signing a contract to buy your Camaro. You'd read it, right? Yeah. You're darn right. All right? You want to know what you're getting into. Same thing with your syllabus. I promise, come on, to print and archive and read every single syllabus I receive. From now until I graduate. It's important to keep those syllabi because when you begin to graduate or you transfer, so on and so forth, that legal document may be something that you need to forward. And it also is a good archival record of everything you've learned. When you're going for internships, when you're going for jobs, when you're applying for graduate school, that pack of syllabi will become very useful as an archival record of what you've learned. Okay, so expectations. This again is that give and take. You have to step up to the plate as much as we do as faculty and administrators who teach courses. We're not entertainers. Some of us might come off as entertaining, but we're human. And we have as much variation as the people in the class in terms of how we interact and how we present material, so on and so forth. But it is our job to try and create an environment where the material is as interesting as possible. You have to motivate yourself. I've got to communicate my expectations for success. You have to act on that. You have to act on that. Facilitate learning, yeah. You have to act on your own learning. Again, no Mr. Rooney. It's up to you to read before class Utilize the available resources on campus, which you'll learn much more about today, so on and so forth. All right, instructor office hours. We are a culture of email. Another promise, I promise that I will activate and use every day my new CSUSM email. Okay, how many of you have activated and started using your new CSUSM email? Yeah! If you have not, you will do that today. There are O team members, advisors, so on and so forth. There are a bunch of people around who can help you get that CSUSM email activated. The instructions are online. It is uber important. Use your CSUSM email. It is the professional, formal way of communication across campus. You may miss a lot of important stuff that comes to you if you are not using your CSUSM email. It is the way instructors will contact you because that is what is on their rosters. It is the way administrators and the university and others will contact you. Your CSUSM email is not going to go into the junk. Your Yahoo email runs the risk of going into the junk box and not seen. So use it, your CSUSM email. All right, we have Cougar courses on our online instructional environment. There are many other kinds of online instructional environments that faculty use. My experience is folks have no problem getting used to Cougar courses. You are online, but it's academic learning environment that you're going to have to get used to. The mechanics of getting in, I think, will be really good. But Cougar courses is what most faculty use to post all sorts of stuff related to their class, including their syllabi or assignments, PowerPoints, blogging within Cougar courses within your class, submitting assignments, so on and so forth. Can happen during Cougar courses. Some classes have teaching assistants, supplemental instruction, so on and so forth. They can also be quite useful, very useful. All right, Writing Center, Math Lab, Language Learning Center, this STEM Center. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. Academic advisors, check your planner. There is so much help outside the classroom for you. It's amazing. It's utterly amazing. But it's up to you to take advantage of those places. You will be introduced to all of this if you're in GEL. You will be introduced to all of these. Lots of instructors on campus outside of GEL will also be pointing you to these places, so on and so forth. The Writing Center, the Math Lab, the Language Learning Center are some of the most popular places on campus for students to gather. You can study there, you can work there, and there are professionally trained consultants, students who have been professionally trained as learning consultants. These aren't tutors like the kind you went to in high school. These are professional learning consultants. It's kind of like an athlete coaching model, taking everybody to their best. It's about you being your personal best with whatever math class you're in. And having that instant feedback and guidance. Not spoon feeding. Don't expect to take your paper to the Writing Center and have them say, correct my grammar. Did I do this right? It's going to be that broader discussion of the learning process with the prompt and where are you going, and helping you learn for yourself where your gaps are and taking it to the next level. It's like a coaching model. It's fantastic. There's a reason why these places are packed with students. Not just students who have been told they need to go there, but all students who want to be their academic best. Fantastic places. Be there on time. Be front and center. Be present. You're really blessed at this university. For the most part, our classes for our first-year students are relatively small. 20 to 45. That's small compared to a lot of colleges where you might be, as a first-year student, in a History 101 class with 1,000 students and a professor who gets up there and gives a performance, and that professor never gets to learn your name. Not here. Not here. It's really hard to be anonymous in any class at Cal State San Marcos. Be present, learn people's names, they will learn your names, develop community. It's amazing how that catapults learning. Read. Reading's hard. Reading's really hard. Just like learning how to run 6 miles is really hard, right? Yeah, it's like exercise. You're going to have to really train yourself to read. Schedule time to read. Know your test dates, responsibility for your own learning. Again, recurring theme here, all right? Reading's super important. All right, hours outside of class. Every single lecture class is, it's like 3 hours per week. It's roughly 1 hour in class for every unit you earn. The economic equivalent of the dollar for higher education is the unit you earn. You need minimum 120 units to graduate. Each unit represents an hour in class. The typical lecture class is 3 units, 3 hours in class per week. That's a lot less than you were in class for any high school class, right? Lots of airtime there in between classes. That's where students begin to worry about their time management. And I was like, what do I do with this airtime? I have 45 minutes between 2 classes. Then I have an hour and a half. Then I have 3 hours till the next class. And not learning how to manage that airtime in between. But when you answer this question, how many hours outside of class for every hour are you working in class for any one class? Okay? Think to yourself what you might answer, and here's the answer. Let's get a little quantitative here, a little bit of a math exercise. Basically, 2 hours outside of class for every hour that you are in class. So that means if you're taking a 3-unit class, that's 6 hours outside of class that you should be roughly working on that class, doing reading, working with student groups for presentations, going to office hours, working on a project, whatever it is. Whatever it is. 9 hours per class then. All right, do the math. 4 classes. Yeah, this is a full-time job, folks. Think of it that way. If you think of it that way and you actually schedule that time in between class time for your specific classes, even if it's just to review notes, you'll succeed. You really will. Build it in. Okay. Common ethics apply, right? Just like texting and driving is going to, cause people to crash and burn. Texting during class frivolously will cause your learning to crash and burn. It's that simple. We can't multitask. I'm a psychologist, neuroscientist. I know, brain doesn't work that way. We need all brains in a classroom focused on the same thing for learning to really catapult. Collective learning communities are what we do here at Cal State San Marcos inside each classroom. All right, plagiarism, you'll learn more about that. Again, citing sources at a professional level and giving credit where credit is due. You will learn that from faculty librarians. Get involved outside the classroom. Fellow students, there is so much going on here around campus. Ask questions, be present. I know some of you are shy, some of you are not so shy, so on and so forth. We all have our own ways of communicating, but whatever it is, communicate. Get to know people. This place is friendly, and it is engaging, and it's waiting for you to engage. So create, initiate, and lead. That's your end goal. Align your goals with your actions. Sound good? Love you guys. All right.